Where are you physically located when you get your best ideas? Where are you physically located when you get your best ideas? How many people in the shower or the bath? How many people resting in your bed? How many people walking in nature or maybe exercising, right? Who gets their best idea on their job? What's happening in the shower or the bath or at 4 o'clock in the morning that isn't happening in the workplace? Two things. First is, in the workplace, it's like school, there's still the fear of embarrassment. Ha ha ha, you idiot, wrong answer. In the shower, in bed, walking in nature, you're relaxed. Your mind is free. There's no fear of saying the wrong thing or thinking the wrong thing. The other thing that happens when you're resting in bed or in the bath or walking in nature is your brain waves slow down. At work, you're in active beta mode of the brain waves. When you start to relax, you go to alpha. When you're deep relaxation, you go to theta. And this is the place in the brain where you get inspiration. So when Leonardo da Vinci would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning with a crazy idea, he wrote it down in his notebook. That's why you see when you go to the Ambrosiana, look at the notebooks, you will see on one page there's a note about the flight of a bird and also human anatomy. And then he writes down a joke and a translation of a word from Latin. The average person wakes up at 4 o'clock in the morning, has an inspiring idea, but they think, hey, I'm no genius. Let me go back to sleep. So one of the simplest, most powerful ways to start to really think like Leonardo, to wake up this part of your intelligence, is to start recording your best ideas. Now, see, here's the other thing about this. I bet you can tell me the phrases in Italian. These are in every language. Every language has something. In English, we say, I felt it in my gut. I knew it in my heart. I could tell from my bones. People say, my blood whispered to me. Do you have a phrase like that? Of course. Everyone does. But here's the problem. Your blood, your bones, your gut, and your heart don't send you text messages. They don't send you emails. They don't send you memos or reports. Your gut, your bones, your heart, and your blood speak to you when you're relaxed, quiet, and by yourself. And our world today is so busy and so crazy. People are rushing from one meeting to another. I see people in these little cars, in the so-called smart cars, driving around, and they're yelling on their phone the whole time. Non-stop yelling on their phone and driving along like a maniac to get to the next meeting to yell and scream at people and then go crazy from there, and they don't stop. No time, no receptivity to listen to the gut, the heart, the bones, the blood. So the first step in a personal renaissance to reawaken your curiosità, to think like Leonardo da Vinci, is begin to listen to the inner voice. It speaks in a subtle, quiet way, and you have to write it down in your notebook.